Hello everybody and welcome back to Tip Top Travel. Today you join me in my third video from my visit to Vietnam series, and today we are taking a journey on Vietnam's communist train. I took this journey from Hoi An in the north of Vietnam to Hue City, which is approximately in the centre of Vietnam. The journey took 14 hours, and I was fortunate enough to travel in first class. Here is my experience. So as I come to the station and board the train in Hanoi, you can see how long the train is. Now, as I board, each individual first class cabin has 4 beds with a lovely window. There is no private toilets for the cabin. It's a shared toilet within the carriage. Fortunately, when I was travelling, there wasn't many other people using the carriage at the time alongside our tour group, so I had a pretty good experience cleanliness wise. But as you can see, we're given some snacks as we hop aboard. The snacks were a cake, some crisps, some water and a can of Coke, so that was a good surprise. But my recommendation is, if you are travelling on the train, do bring on your own food, because it's a long way to go without proper nutrients and nourishment, especially in the environment of Vietnam, which is of course very humid, so you're going to need to keep your liquids up. Plus the buffet car, which I do try to get to later, was, to be honest, a little bit confusing, and it didn't really seem like it was open. There was a buffet person coming round the next morning, but of course by then we'd almost arrived, so I'd recommend bringing your own food and drink on as well. So what's obviously quite cool about the train is that it's one of the trains that passes through Train Street, which is of course the incredibly popular spot which has gained popularity, especially after coronavirus, where trains pass at mere meters from where people were sitting. So having that perspective from inside the train was very, very cool. And as I explore the train, you can see what the toilet situation is like, what the other cabins look like. I get a sense that there are 3 classes on the train. There's a sitting class, there's more of like a children's area with family class, and then there's a first class. I was very lucky as a stage travel first class. It's the first time I've ever done so ever. So it was a bit of a treat. But to be honest, each of these other classes, they looked absolutely fine to travel in. Of course, I think when you're travelling on the train in any country, in any circumstance, you've always got to expect a little bit of grime and a little bit of dirt. But if I'm honest, for being a train, it was a really, really good experience, cleanliness-wise and sleep-wise. So I finish up exploring, fall asleep, and as I mentioned, sleeping was a good experience on there. It was quite a shaky train, but to be honest, I was so tired from my previous exploration of Vietnam, it kind of shook me to sleep in many ways. Some people say obviously much different things, and that unfortunately weren't able to sleep as well, but my experience was generally okay, and it was of course an absolute delight waking up and seeing the sunrise over the such fascinating rice paddies of Vietnam in mid-Vietnam. When we're travelling on such events like this, it's, for me, I could get up and sit for hours and look at the countryside. It's something new, it's something so different from what I experienced in the UK, and it was a real pleasure to see this from the train. So as we coast into Hue City, the train is brilliantly on time. Hue was a bit more of a chilled out city compared to Hanoi, and I was told this is largely because of its history of being quite a violent city in terms of being at the heart of many of Vietnam's conflicts in the past. So it was a really interesting difference to explore Hue compared to Hanoi, and I will do a video about what I got up to in Hue later in the series. But I hope you enjoyed this video of my overnight journey on Vietnam's communist train. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate any comments and feedback, and I hope for you to join me in the next video. Thank you very much.